Bobby Wilkinson, the manager of Supermarine, joins us once again. Thank you very much, Bobby, for joining us. Let's recap the weekend then, starting with the 3-0 win. It's the phrase "a game of two halves." It did sound like it was that against Willand Rovers. First half, not to your expectation, but second half, the team smashed it, right?
Yeah, game of two halves is exactly what it was. It was a fantastic day for the football club. We're at home. We played against a very experienced side, which deserved to be in the lead at half time. But we showed that side of the other, what we're trying to build here, like, stay in the game, try and manage the game a bit better and, play like a man, not a young lad, if that makes sense in the way I'm saying that. And, I learned something from my boys that we can hang on even when we're up against it. And we definitely deserved to go in maybe 1 or 2-0 down, even though we had a couple of chances ourselves in the first half. But I felt they needed to win it by half time because everyone's talking about how fit and organised we are. And it definitely showed in the second half.
Then the Monday game, I was keeping an eye on it when we were live in the town centre. Shaftesbury didn't exactly go to plan.
No, that came back to the other side of it now. We showed a lack of experience on the day. We bring it back to 1-1. We're in cruise control. We're playing some brilliant football. We had 72% of the possession when we got all the stats. Playing some fantastic football. And then in the 47th minute, when we could clear our lines, we try and pass it out the back. Bad touch, give away a penalty and go in 2-1, back to 10 men against a very good side. But we did play really well on the day. But I know I'm going to be up against it these first few months with experience, and I know that. And there's going to be lots of highs and lots of lows, and we're going to have to control our emotions and adapt to them situations. Because that's been my only frustration since I've been at the football club. I had to regroup my lads and let them understand that, we've got to be better in these situations away from home. But we've got a lot to learn, but we'll continue to work hard as a group and see where we can go from there.
FA Cup, first qualifying round, Tavistock. Tell us a bit about this game. Tell us a bit about them. Obviously, they're in the same league.
Yeah, they're in the same league. We couldn't have asked for a worse journey away from home. But listen, that's another challenge for this young group. But what I will say is it's one that I said to you last week, we have an opportunity to go and pull out a result or bring them back. But they're gonna be the favourites by 10%, 60-40 because they're at home. But we're preparing right. We know they haven't had a great start to the season. Compared to us, when I think we've had a fantastic start to the season with how new we are. We go there full of confidence. We know it will be tricky. We know we'll be up against it. But that comes back to the bit where we've got to manage the game well down there. Because if you're 0-0 in the 47th minute, 90th minute, you bring them home, don't you? So we've done a lot of work on them. Very, very organised, good players, but they haven't had the rub of the green at the moment. But they're going to fancy playing us because we're away from home. But it's one that we look forward to, that challenge again. I keep bringing up the word challenge because everything at this precise moment, until you get the group you want and everyone understands the way I want us to play, entertaining, fast, fluent football, then it's going to take a while to keep studying. We're still trying to bring in 1 or 2 players as well, which is going to be very important to us. But yeah, we look forward to it.
I was going to say windows closing, opportunities ending in terms of transfers. I was going to ask you about any potential loans or any frees or any players coming in on a permanent deal. 1 or 2 names you're still looking at?
Yeah, still looking at someone from Swindon. That Swindon are helping us out. We're just trying to get that over the line. We're trying to bring in another lad, another holding midfielder or centre half, because we've lost a centre half now for a few weeks in Nick Rhodes, which is why we had to play a youngster both back-to-back games again this week. We've been up against it with the injuries, and then we would like to bring a bit more experience in, but it's very difficult because of budget and trying to get the right calibre of player for the money, because I will never go over what the chairman wants us to do, even though he's backing us 100%. But this is definitely a process at this football club. It's not about winning game week in, week out, but it's about bringing the right calibre of player in that suits this group as well. Because I don't sign individuals. I sign team players that will help us. And I'm working around the clock at the moment to do that. and hopefully we'll get one or two more in the building as well. We're going to lose one or two because they're not getting games, but I'm trying to keep the fans up to date with everything as well. That's why I say what I said at the start of the program. You know, if I'm communicating with these fans and doing my best as a manager, and I'm only been here 8 weeks, you don't want to start seeing people criticise. Have an opinion, but don't start criticising a young group, because that will not achieve anything, and that is my experience. So I'm very passionate about that. Not that I read it, someone told me about it. You know, as a group, you've got to stay together through the bad and the good times. And we're going through a very good time at the moment, just in a transition where we want to be, and trust the process.
Bobby Wilkinson, thank you very much. Good luck against Tavistock.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And thank you for allowing me to come on your show.